Welcome back. In a few days' time, Muslims world over will be celebrating Eid al-Kabir amidst the ravaging coronavirus infection. The pandemic is also taking its toll on some church leaders, necessitating the call for divine intervention from various quarters and the need for government to reconsider its stance on suspension of religious activities. AIT COVID-19 crew went out to monitor the situation and compliance.
Bible says heaven is his throne, the earth footstool, and this is earth. We should learn to believe that God is watching over the affairs of every of his creation, that he can help us out of this. And I want the government to understand that now, that God is the only way out. And I want the whole world to know that without God there can never be a solution out of this. Whatsoever they want to bring to help the masses, the creation of God, they will still need to ask God himself, can this work? The earth. So God is the one that have put them there. They should learn how to listen to the same God, so that they can be able to adopt the same wisdom that Solomon adopted to rule the people of God. You see that the cases are rising every second of the day. Instead of decreasing, it's increasing. If the case is increasing, it shows that the solution has not yet come. In other words, something is trying to tell us that the only way this can stop, they need to run to God so that the increase should stop. Instead of increasing, it should start decreasing. So they have not asked God the way out. That is one thing that they have not done. They have not asked God the way out. They should ask God, what can we do for this to decrease instead of increasing? So they need to ask, because the Bible says, Matthew 7:7, ask and it shall be what? So they should come to God and ask. They can go to Catholic, they can go in respect, as long as you have a seer or a prophet in the church. Let him ask God. Personally, even the governor can take his time and go to a place and fast and pray. 2-3 days, God can show you a way out. Businesses are folded already, not they are about folding. So if you tell a shop that is making 1 million naira in a day, a company that is making 4 million naira a day, and government has something out of it, they pay you tax, or one or two things that you pay out of the same place, and you ask the same company to be shut down. I'm not saying that companies should be open because of the maybe whatsoever, because of maybe the person is having problem with this. This will lead to the crash of everything you can think of on earth, including the government. Now watch. Most of the politicians don't know that the churches they are asking not to open. The mosques they are asking not to open. And these people have solution from their God. Very soon they will still run to the same people. Very soon you will come back to these same people and say, come and vote for me. And you know, human being, they will tell you, hey, when this problem was, did you ask us? Now you want our favor. We can vote for you. I'm telling you, it will come. I'm telling you, it will come, and it will come. 90% of people, you refuse to ask God, what can I do to make sure this? If you watch, the hunger now in Nigeria is worse than coronavirus himself. Many widows I do reach out to in the past. Those widows, we can no longer reach out to them. And I know the kind of cry, they cry to me, to this place, for this, because some people who used to help us were helping widows before, are no longer helping. And widows are crying. Less privileged are there. Needs are there. Orphans are there. Like me, I have nothing less than 500 widows around me that I feed from Christ Holy Mountain. In this pandemic, it was when it started earlier, we can be able to even feed them. But now, we are finding it difficult now to reach out to widows. The orphans, they are there. There are some of them under me. I have nothing less than almost 30 people under me, orphans. They live under the same building roof with me. Now we have to talk to some people who have the fear of God to help. And some people, when you talk, they will look. So you see, the only means we communicate to them before has been shut down. Now, even some of them, sometimes you see them come towards the gate. They'll be banging at the gate, man of God, you must help us. I can cut my hands. The only way we communicate to them before, that was when the church was open. Now, no more communication. At least if you give me, if the church have like 500 naira offering before, 450 is for the widows, or maybe 300 is for the widows. The church will manage the remaining 200. Now, we don't even have such. We are begging the government because of orphans, widows, those that does not have where to run to. There's some secret problem going on that the government are not aware of. And I'm praying that very soon, as the government will decide from this moment to ask God.
As we all know, religion is the opium of the masses, but nevertheless, it has affected the whole thing as a matter of fact. Our religion, Islam, as it holds, it has to do with public. It has to be. Even our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said everything in Islam has to do in majority and not minority. So the pandemic has caused a lot that I can't even say all here as a matter of fact. So we've been on this for the past few months now, since February if I'm not mistaken. So we've not been praying generally, even praying individually. It is not really perfect like that, but at least we are doing it somehow. So it's high time. It's almost time for Eid now, as we are waiting for it. We have less than a week for Eid, or let me say 2. I think it's high time for them to have allowed us to pray to the Creator instead of asking us to be indoors. Look at our markets, look at our firms, look at our banks here and there. They have started their work. They said we shouldn't pray to the one that knew the root of this particular problem. It is very cumbersome for us as a matter of fact, but we are trying all we could to stand our religion. I am very, very sure, hadn't been, we were allowed to go about our normal services, both Christianity and Muslim, and Islam rather, the whole thing wouldn't have been much than this. As a matter of fact, of all the countries in the world, I can vouch for Nigeria. Nigeria has no country is inside of Nigeria when it's come to worship. So we are pleading to the government. Of course, we have to plead for them to release us from this bondage, because it's a bondage for us. They might know and they might not. Of course, they do too, because they are religious fellows too. But nevertheless, we are pleading to them to free us of our religion. If they can let be of other things that are not even important, that are even essential, like religion. So why should we be on the lockdown till this very day?